As quoted from my mother, when you tell people you have rheumatoid arthritis, they assume it is just arthritis. But rheumatoid arthritis is not the same. It is an invisible disease that attacks your body. It is a very hard disease to control and to live with every day. With this disease, you experience things called flares. They can last days, months, or even years. It can take away your ability to walk, cook, clean. It can take away so much. I wish people wouldn't be so judgmental and would take more time to understand this invisible yet crippling disease. Just because you don't see my scars, notice my abnormal gait when I walk, notice my swollen red knuckles, or feel the ripping, burning, cracking pain I have all throughout does not mean I suffer any less. My name is Jclarke, and today I hope to educate you on the invisible yet life-altering disease known as rheumatoid arthritis. According to the American Chronic Pain Association, over 86 million people suffer from chronic pain, and according to the CDC, over 52 million of those people are being treated for rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, also referred to as RA, is an inflammatory and autoimmune disease. RA is a disease that mistakenly attacks the body's own tissues and small joints, such as the ones in your hands and feet. This disease can cause severe pain and swelling that can lead to joint deformity. Rheumatoid arthritis can be found in women and men of all ages, but studies show women have a greater chance of becoming afflicted with this chronic pain disease over men. Nearly 3 times as many women suffer from this disease as compared to men. Unfortunately, RA may also be found in children. The CDC has estimated 294,000 children in the United States and under the age of 18 have RA. Rheumatoid is generally found in adults with an onset later in life, typically in the mid-30s to early 40s age group. Unfortunately, rheumatoid arthritis has no cure. It is unsure how this disease is even contracted, as most people who have it do not even have a family history. Doctors and specialists do believe, though, that hormones, genes, and environmental factors do play some sort of role. Needless to say, there is no real evidence as to how or why people are affected. In order to be diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, you must consult with your medical provider, have a physical exam, undergo radiological imaging, and have blood work done. Even with these, RA can still go undetected. Per the reputable Mayo Clinic staff, RA can be very hard to diagnose, especially in its early stages, as it mimics so many other diseases. RA has many different symptoms. Those symptoms include, but are not limited to, pain and tenderness of joints, morning stiffness, or as my mom likes to call it, her defrosting time. RA also causes eye sensitivity, dry mouth, lumps and deformity of the joints, weakness, fatigue, and shortness of breath. Sufferers of this disease also have a very weak immune system and therefore are much more susceptible to getting sick. There is no cure for rheumatoid arthritis. Medications can be prescribed to help control the inflammation and pain, but there is nothing that can rid the body of this disease. Sometimes, depending on the severity, physical and occupational therapy may help keep pain under control as well. But sometimes surgery is required if the disease has caused significant joint damage. People may have total knee replacements, hip replacements, joint fusions, and arthroscopic surgeries to help provide pain relief and better everyday living. Rheumatoid arthritis affects all the major joints in your body. It can affect all your major organs within your body and can make your day-to-day life very difficult. It keeps you from doing things you love, seeing the people you care about, and can even take away the quality of your life if you let it. This is something my mother, Jclarke, said. At the age of 31, she was diagnosed with this disease, and growing up as a child, I was forced to watch my mother struggle. She was wheelchair-bound, bedridden, and incapable of doing things I could do so easily, like open doors or jars of jelly, pour a glass of milk, or even put on her shoes. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, not by choice, but by disability. Amongst her other complications and diseases, RA is one I've watched overcome my mother's life. I've watched it waste an entire day of hers away. I've watched it make her miss an important event. I've watched it make her cry in pain and suffer on a daily basis. I've watched my mom fight back the tears and try to stay strong for her family, but she can only do so much. For the 26 years I've been on this earth, I've watched my mother suffer. I've seen her undergo numerous surgeries and multiple forms of treatment, such as new medications, injections, therapies, you name it, she's tried it. I've watched my mother become a warrior, a chronic pain warrior, a fighter. She's become my hero. She is why I don't take the little things for granted and why I appreciate those little things. She's taught me to be strong, independent, and understanding. She's taught me patience, kindness, and not to judge a book by its cover. I don't know anyone who has fought as hard as her. I don't know anyone who has the strength she has. I have never witnessed someone be in so much pain, yet bear a smile on her face so her children will think that everything is okay. Rheumatoid arthritis has taken so much from my family and me, has deprived my sister and I of the normal childhood. Our mother did not attend all of our volleyball or basketball games. She didn't chaperone the school field trips or events. My mom couldn't drop what she was doing just to take me to the mall or to a friend's house because I was the needy teenager, not because she didn't want to, but because RA wouldn't allow her to. RA has taught me to be open-minded. It has taught me to appreciate life and the simple things. I have learned to accept that my mom will never be 100% healthy in her lifetime, but it's made me want to educate others. I've seen people judge my mom too many times to even count. I've seen people shake their heads while she uses the wheelchair at the grocery store or park in handicapped spots. Their assumption must be she's much too young to be using that, or she looks just fine to me. But what they didn't notice was the 7-inch scar that can be found on each of her knees, or the 27-inch scar that travels her spine. Or maybe they didn't notice the severe swelling in both of her ankles, making it almost impossible for her to even be wearing shoes. So the next time you see someone you don't quite understand, I ask that you do not judge. As my mother has stated, RA is an invisible disease that viciously attacks the body. You may not see somebody's disability, nor may you understand it, so take the time to realize that everyone is fighting their own battle. Whether you understand it or not, it is not your place to judge. It is not your place to shake your head or roll your eyes. It is not your place to snicker or make ignorant remarks. Instead, remember, everyone is dealing with their own struggles, ones you may be able to see and ones you may not.